So my name is Philippe Tavernier, and I'm the CEO of Sogeti France. It has been quite a year. Globally speaking, as you know, it has been a very difficult year for the economics context, and not only in France, but everywhere, maybe except Asia, for our activities. We have decreased by 10%, and we have been hurt in all the sectors and all type of activities, not only on volume, but also on price. So it has been a very, very difficult year with a major and deep reorganization internally, moving from branches to BUs, implementing practices, changing, promoting some people, some new people. So it has been quite a busy year, Most proud of our people, because for some of them, they were not only resisting, but they have survived. And most of them have shown their capability to adapt, to maneuver, to be agile, and to find, through innovation, through intimacy with the customer, with their team, to find new ways of being there in 2010 and to find new way of doing business. So not only the managers, but also all our people. So I think that for me that's the main conclusion. It has been something which has strengthened the family, the Sogeti family, and that's the most important. That's the type of situation where people reveal themselves. So it's not when everything is easy and the market is booming, and so when it's tough, you may see men and women that are able to adapt and again to be there and to fight. Regarding Sogeti France, I think that the main point is to have not a much easier year, because 2010 will be again a tough year. But after having fighting like hell, I think that they will be, I should say, much more confident in themselves, and my ambition is to grow again, because as we have decreased by 10%, you may imagine that even if we want to be at the same level, that means that we have to grow by more than 10%. It won't be the case, but however, I would like to inverse that trend and to be on a much better position on H2 this year, to have a quite good or very good 2011. That's my ambition. Previously, there were two major drivers for growth, which was effectively the numbers of people and the figures. Okay, I think that the numbers of people is not anymore something which is completely relevant. It's still, because you need some people to do the job. However, it's not a visibility only at country level, so we have to integrate global delivery, Rideshare, and so it's not only your direct people, but much more the ecosystem with which you work with. So that's the first comment. However, the numbers of people is something which is meaningful, and I think that it will be much more the capability to grow and to take market share. So it will be also a type of benchmark. It will be our ability to grow on some specific account, on some specific region, or some specific sectors. And at the end, it has to be reflected in the numbers again and in the figures. Otherwise, it's not really true. The new Sogeti, which we recreated in 2002, effectively we started not only in France, but also in some other countries, a few countries. So what is important is I think it's again the capacity and the ability to adapt. And so that's my first comment. And the second one is that we're big, close to 7,000 people, even if we decrease, but still big, with a presence everywhere in a rather big European country. Okay, so it's not a small one. So you may imagine that there is a Sogeti flag in all main French cities. So for me, the most important thing, adaptability and innovation. And if we are big, is again much more difficult to grow, because the size matters. However, that with these two factors, adaptability and innovation, we can bring to the rest of the group something which is a part of the DNA, and that's important. I think that, again, collective things are much more important than personal things, even if both are really connected. And I've always, personally, put the group vision, the group decision, the group topics before some personal items, even if I have to take care to maintain our specificities. I think I will ask a question to all the people of Sogeti France and asking them, and I know that work is not that easy, but asking them, do they want to be, even for a small part, but be part of this adventure and be positive on it and be creative on it and be with suggestion on it and sometimes fighting on it, rather than being passive, waiting for assignment, waiting for their promotion if they need one, waiting for everything. And I think that's the move we have to, if we want to be part of our future, we have to be completely committed, completely and fully dedicated to that. Even if we have some personal issues aside, which has to be taken into consideration. But however, are we passive or do we want to be part of it? Humbly, but with determination. If you want to craft your future, you have to know what has been your past. Even if you have always to look at the future and to go ahead, that's important. And it's important because even if we're still a young company, I should say a startup company, inside an older company, we need to find a new way after roughly 10 years of existence, to find a new way to capture the talents which will be joining us later. So we need to adapt and we need to find a new way again to work all together, to collaborate, to think how the economy will move and to keep our DNA, but to adapt it to for the next, I should say, 5 to 10 years. So that's the most important thing, that people take in charge their own future. And that's absolutely the purpose of Imagine Sogeti. So it's not only something which is at management level or at Luc François Salvador level, or it has to be something which has to be shared with all the family in order to craft that future. And the future is bright with Sogeti, you know that. So it will be confirmed by Imagine Sogeti.